Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. There's been a new leak. So remember before, if you guys watched the before video, there was another leak of the Zoom Freak 3. But supposedly that's actually his budget model, and that's kind of interesting. It's called the Giannis Immortality. And I don't know, I guess that kind of makes sense, making a budget Zoom Freak shoe. Because Nike made the Nike Kyrie low and then the Flytrap pretty much at like the 3 or the 4, I believe. So I guess we're on the Zoom Freak 3. And then here are some like kind of official images of the Giannis Immortality. But now we know what the Zoom Freak 3 is supposed to look like. So shout out to Wave God the Legend for these leaks. I don't know where he gets these pictures, right? So we got two colorways. We have this like black and white colorway. And then the plastic part here on the lateral side is this like iridescent color. It has this nice like reflection on it. So let's start it off with the Tracciones, and the Tracciones it just looks like a wave bone kind of, you know, and then the grooves look pretty thick. So hopefully it is a durable outsole, because as you guys all know, Nike isn't very good with their outsole durability. They like to make it super soft rubber so that we have to keep buying their shoes. You know, it's a very, very good business tactic, you know? So anyways, so that's what it looks like here. And what it kind of reminds me of though is it looks like here in the forefoot we got two pods like the LeBron 17, you know. And I don't really know how I feel about that, you know, as far as like the cushioning setup goes, but that's what it looks like from the actual traction like outsole here in the forefoot. And as you guys know, the Zoom Freak 1 and the Zoom Freak 2 didn't really have great cushion. So as far as the foam goes, they were just really stiff Phylon. And that's what the 3 looks like it's going to be. Especially here in the heel, there's a lot of foam. And then for lateral containment, I think it will be good, because as you guys can see, the foam does come up a good amount here in the heel. And then in the midfoot and in the forefoot, we have that plastic piece that kind of extends all the way from the forefoot to the midfoot. So for the cushioning setup, it says Zoom Air here in the forefoot. So I'm guessing the Zoom unit is in the forefoot. But what type of unit are we talking about, right? So as you guys can see, if you zoom in pretty close, it does look like a Zoom pod like the LeBron 17. I'm not a huge fan of this setup because it is bottom loaded, right? So it's bottom loaded, so it's pretty hard to feel the Zoom unit pretty much right underneath your foot. And so the step-in comfort isn't very nice, you know, as opposed to like a Zoom Strobel unit, you know? And I guess it is good because it kind of like feels springy and bouncy, but like it's a little bit harder to feel than if something was like pretty much top-loaded Zoom. And so that's what it looks like here in the Zoom Freak 3. And if you look closely here in this like maroon, aqua maroon colorway, like this light blue colorway, you can't really tell all too much, but it also, look at that outrigger, guys. It looks like that plastic piece is kind of separate and it comes up crazy, like protruding out here in the forefoot, which looks insane. So I feel like lateral stability is going to be really good. But here in the heel, it looks like there's nothing again, and then it looks like it's probably just going to be stiff ass Phylon. So I don't know, I'm not super excited about it, but hopefully the forefoot zoom unit is nice. But I feel like it's just going to be a zoom pod here in the forefoot, probably just two zoom pods, just like the LeBron 17. Moving on to the material, so here in this like bluish green colorway, we have this like, it looks kind of like a textile, but it kind of looks fluffy, you know, so that's interesting. But then here in the black colorway, it looks more like a textile material. And to me, in my opinion, it looks like a combination between the KD7 and the KD4. And a lot of you guys said that to me as well. The strap kind of reminds me of the strap from the Kyrie 6 a little bit though. And even the design on the strap looks very similar to the Kyrie 6 strap. So I don't know, as far as the aesthetics go, it looks weird. And the swoosh placement here in the ankle area, and that with that backward swoosh, I'm not a huge fan of either. I guess it kind of is getting old, you know, I guess having like a swoosh here in the middle. If all of the Nike shoes did that, it's kind of boring. So I guess switching it up is kind of cool, especially what like what they did here in the Zoom Freak 1. But I don't know if I like the placement here in the Zoom Freak 3. But I don't know, we'll have to see. And then here in the ankle area, it looks like they're using some like synthetic leather, just synthetic materials. We got some regular laces, and the overall like silhouette looks okay. I like it better than the Zoom Freak 2 a little bit, because I love how the Zoom Freak 2 looks, right? But I just don't like here because I feel like it copied the PG1 a lot. And the Zoom Freak 3 also looks like it kind of copies some shoes, you know, like the KD4 and the KD7. But as far as the performance goes, it's probably going to be very similar to the 1 and the 2. You know, hopefully the traction is a little bit better than the 1. The 2 is pretty damn nice. The cushion, it's probably just Phylon, you know. If it was like Cushlon or React, that would be awesome, but it would also be written somewhere here on the midsole that it is, you know. So I'm guessing it's just Phylon with the two zoom pods in the forefoot. and then the materials look pretty nice. I mean, the 2 was pretty nice. The 1 was very flimsy and very cheap feeling, but it got the job done on foot. And then something that's kind of weird though is the tongue. The tongue looks not very plush. You know, the 1 and the 2 had very thick, very large tongues. So just from these pictures, it doesn't look very thick. You know, that's something that I really like from the Zoom Freak line, is the very nice plush tongue. The strap, I don't know. As you guys know, I don't like straps. But I mean, I think it just adds weight and it's just useless. It improves the lockdown just by a little bit, but it's not really, it doesn't really do all too much to help, especially a one-way strap. But I guess it's good that it's going from the medial side to the lateral side, so it doesn't like come undone when you're running, which is a good thing. But you know, it's just like a midfoot strap, cool. Probably just for aesthetic purposes mainly. So yeah, I don't think there's anything like groundbreaking with the Zoom Freak 3. You know, it's just the only addition is probably the zoom pods here in the forefoot. And to be honest, I don't think it's gonna be super nice because, like I explained, it's probably gonna be like the LeBron 17. But you know, that makes sense. The price point is around 120 bucks, 130 bucks. It's like borderline budget and borderline mid-tier pricing. So Nike's not gonna put their best tech into the shoe. So yeah, as far as the release date, we have no idea when it's going to release. It's probably going to release in a couple of months though. I mean, this product looks pretty much finished, and the Zoom Freak 2 has been out for quite a while. So hopefully Giannis brings them out soon and we can see actual on-foot pictures and stuff like that. So tell us what you guys think of the Zoom Freak 3, and also tell us, do you think it's going to perform well? But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.